Good morning. President Trump thinks Elon Musk is doing a great job finding fraud and waste in the federal government. Musk and his Doge minions have been given access to government databases, including Treasury Department information and Treasury servers. Well, now, thousands of federal workers are expected to take a buyout, and Musk is relishing his role in dismantling much of the bureaucracy with hopes to shut a lot of it down. Republicans on Capitol Hill don't want to talk about those sorts of things, preferring to let Trump and Musk do their thing. And when it comes to the intelligence community, which Trump generally detests, word is all CIA employees are being offered an 8-month buyout. But Democrats are in full media mode to let Americans know, and perhaps care, Doge, which isn't an authorized government agency, is perfectly okay with canceling spending Congress has already approved, especially if the program is not in line with Trump's philosophies. And what they're calling legislation to stop the steal, that's cute, Democratic Hill leaders Hakeem Jeffries and Senator Chuck Schumer held a joint news conference on the Hill yesterday afternoon, so I decided to go to it. I mentioned to both that beside the FBI, Musk and Doge and cabinet officials are going after programs that conservatives have long railed against, now including the idea of shutting down the Department of Education. I asked if they think Hill Republicans would ever consider something as a red line. And if so, what might it be?
That's an open question. And in the House, where the Republicans have the smallest majority of any party since the Great Depression,
and the cuts will be deep. They can't do $2.5 trillion without cutting so many of the things the vast majority of Americans, Democrat and Republican, really care about.
Well, they never quite answer the question of where Republicans might draw the line, but you have to think it might be someplace. No signs of that yet. Democrats could make things difficult next month when a new government funding deadline arrives. President Trump hosted Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday at the White House. The Israeli leader smiled as Trump suggested that Palestinians clear out of mostly destroyed Gaza and go live in Jordan and Egypt. Now, the president wants the U.S. to take control of Gaza under a scenario to invest and rebuild it over many years. By the way, Egypt and Jordan do not want to take the 2 million Gazans in. Jordan has long had Palestinian camps, but Trump's suggestion made clear the idea of a Palestinian state is well on the back burner for him, as it was in his first term. Netanyahu not only doesn't want a Palestinian state, but has used his military to support settlers in the West Bank who've clashed with Palestinians there in what has long been viewed as a potential site of a country called Palestine. And I will point out, Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner floated the idea that Gaza could be turned into a nice resort with its Mediterranean waterfront last year in an interview. That's, of course, if all the Palestinians are gone. With Ear on the White House, I'm Bob Costantini.